At CoCoTALK, we'd like to thank the patrons who sponsor our show, so our heartfelt gratitude goes out to Al Hartman, Alan Huffman, Alan Murphy, Amigos Retro Gaming, Blair Ledoux, Brendan Donahue, Brian Wieseler, D. Bruce Moore, Davey Mitchell, Diego, Patrick Randolph, Eric Canales, Frodo NL, Glenn Hewlett, Graham Vebke, Grant Leedy, Henry Strickland, Jason Downs, Jenna Ferret, Ken Reichert, Kyle Etter, Malfunct, Michael Pitsley, Rick Hewlin, Paul Fiscarelli, Paul Shoemaker, Paul Thayer, Richard Lorbieski, Rob Inman, Steve Batson, Stephen Wagner, Terry Steen, The Backyard Shed Gang, Tom C., Tom S., Tim Limner, and Tony C. Thank you ever so much, patrons.
CoCoTALK is an unscripted live broadcast. Anything can and will happen. The views and opinions expressed by members of the panel and the live audience are their own and not necessarily those of the CoCoTALK show, its sponsors, affiliates, or subsidiaries. Open minds encouraged, sense of humor recommended. If any off-color comments were made, we're sorry.
Hi, this is Dale Lear, designer of TRS-80 Color Baseball, and you're listening to CoCoTALK.
This is CoCoTALK, the only show in the world featuring David Ladd. It's time to grease your weasel and do whatever yo please'll, cause we're about to rock your 8-bit world. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to CoCoTALK, episode 197. We are the other CoCoTALK show. Usually not worthy of being mentioned by name, but we'll call ourselves out. We're CoCoTALK. Welcome to the show, everybody. Oh yeah, sing along if you know the words. We got people out here in the live chat already. Mark Bosley, Curtis Boyle, 8 Bits in the Basement, Explore VR, Nimble, David Ladd, Mikey, he likes it, Kevin Holloway, Terry Steen, Canadian Retro Things, Explore VR, David Kraker, Mark Overholzer. The live audience is out. They are here. We are here. The panel is here. We've got a show. We are the other show. We are some other show that talks about Coco, but that's us. We are the CoCoTALK show. The world's only show featuring live talk about the Tandy color computer, the Dragon, and the MC10. And we got all kinds of people here to talk about the Coco. One of those people who's wearing glasses that I believe will allow him to not only see through clothing, but possibly into the future. Our resident Apple guy, Mark D. Overholzer, is with us. Good afternoon, Mark D.
Hello there. Glad to be here.
And we're glad to have you here. Another guy whose name is Mark, spelled a little bit differently, but he's our backup engineer. He is a hardware aficionado and is a very well-dressed guy, too. Mark Bosley's with us. Good afternoon, Mark.
Hello, everybody.
And we've got a guy with a beard that would make most men jealous. We're talking about Rick Ulland is here. Hello, Rick.
Howdy, folks.
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? We've got Alan Murphy with us as he's entering the Androne. Welcome.
Howdy, howdy.
We've got, not only do we have a resident Apple guy, we've got a resident Atari guy. It's Sloopy Malibu, everybody.
Greetings and sanitations, everyone.
And sanitations to you, sir. We've got from old Canada, L. Curtis Boyle. Hello, L. Curtis.
Hello, everyone.
We have got a guy from sunny Arizona. He's got a garage. He is neighbors to Paul T. Barton. It's Rendezvous.
How's it going?
Not to mention Rob Inman. Rob Inman might not be your neighbor, but he's close enough, right?
It's a harder throw.
It's
really
okay.
hard.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We got a guy who knows a thing or two about the toggle switch. We're talking about from CocoMan.biz. Jason CocoMan Reichert is with us. Hello, Jason.
Good afternoon, everyone. And I've got my Diet Dr. Pepper, and I'm ready to go. Ooh. Where's David?
David is taking care of his brother today, getting that second COVID shot for bro, which is a good thing. Brian Wieseler's with us, a guy who gets things, makes us all jealous. Hello, Brian Wieseler.
Hello, all. Welcome to the show.
We got a guy who makes lots of sound. It's Brian, the Music Man Shoebring. Hello, Brian.
Hey, I'm here, everybody, and glad to be with everyone here today. Hope everybody's doing good, and back to you.
All right, and back to you. From down under, the thunder, the guy who likes to say,
Oh, crocky.
it's Nicholas Marentes. Good eye, Nick.
Hey, good day. Hey, you call that a show? This is a show.
Crikey. We have got a member of the Jedi Order. The guy who trained Obi-Wan. The guy who started training frickin' Anakin, too. None other than Qui-Gon Jinn is with us. Hello, Qui-Gon.
Howdy.
Also known as Michael Brandt, for those of you who maybe know him by his alter ego. Hello, Qui-Gon.
Down here is Stevie's neighbor.
That's right.
Michael Brandt, ask for him by name.
Last, but certainly not least, a man whose name is so nice, you must say it thrice. Going once, going twice, it's Nick Marotta. And how are you today, Nick?
I am doing very well. Thank you for asking, Stevie. It's great to be here.
Oh, and it's great having you here. Mark Overholzer is here, I mentioned. 8 Bits in the Basement. David Craker. Coco Man. Michael Pitsley. Frodo is here. David Ladd is here on the book face. And Nick Marentes 68 is here. L. Curtis B is here. We got some people watching us in Twitch. We've got Pilot 0352. Oh boy, it's that time again. And Brian Wieseler, hello to you all. We are multi-streaming across the multiverse. We are live on the I'm a Coconut YouTube channel. We are live on our brand new CoCoTALK Twitch channel. So it's twitch.tv/CoCoTALK. We're always on our CoCoTALK Live Facebook Live page, and we're at a few other places too. I believe you can find us on Christian Mingle and I believe Craigslist. There's a few other networks we're still trying to get onto. So
We're also available at your local Blockbuster.
that's right. But please be kind and rewind. All right. So
It might take 6 weeks to get there.
Tax and title not included. Offer prohibited where offer void where prohibited. Okay. Only valid in the continental United States. Okay. Please consult your physician. If CoCoTALK lasts more than 4 hours, you're welcome. All right. So let's get into everyone's favorite segment of the show. This is a part of the show that we call the end. Yes, this is the end.
We did that joke last week.
We did. You know what? And we say it never gets old, but you know what? Sometimes it's old. All right. Much like the panel, sometimes it's just old. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to get into top of the show, top of the morning to you. We're going to get into updates and acquisitions, and we're going to start things off with Brian Wieseler, because if anybody has acquisitions, this is the guy. This is the guy who acquisises. I think he acquisises a little too much, if you ask me, but maybe I'm just jealous. What do I know?
Well, the first step is admitting that you have a problem. I believe he said before the show that it was he just had a few, so I think that means a dozen or less.
Right. Mr. Dave is out there. Hello, Mr. Dave. So, Brian, no pressure, but everyone's waiting on you. Take your time. This is a live show. Take your time. Take your time.
Well, I do apologize. I did kind of join right at the very last minute. I did actually have some packages. What I was going to do is to do kind of a little impromptu unboxing here right in front of you guys here. So you guys get to see it as I'm seeing it. So some of these I'm not sure exactly what's going to be inside some of these boxes here.
Box of chocolate.
Is it a box of chocolates? Because you never know what you're going to get.
No, not a box of chocolates, though. But this is a book here I picked up here. It's called Family Computer Book. I hadn't had a chance to really look at it yet. It's just kind of there was something about this book that I was going to grab, so I got this one here.
Hold that up again. Let's look at that picture. Let's soak in this symbolism here. We've got a girl who's probably less than 5 years old with her older brother looking over her shoulder, and this is basically saying, listen, these little kids can use a computer. It's easy. That looks like an Apple II. or an Apple II clone, like maybe a Franklin, but it looks kind of Apple II-ish to me. But look at the age of that girl, right? She is like really little, and that kid's not that much older too. So I believe the implied symbolism here is computers are so easy, these little kids can use them, right? So
Or you can even do it. Yes.
yeah.
But is she using it as a touch screen?
Oh yeah, it was. That was. It's Apple. They've always had multi-touch as a feature,
okay.
right? Yeah.
So let's see here. Next on the pile here. Let's see.
Ken says she's like 59 now.
Yeah, now.
Can we get her on the show?
Yeah, rendezvous. Have
we go.
lunch.
There we
she's
There we
calling.
go.
She's calling an audible. David Lord says.
In this next package here, only because the price is right, and I was trying to get some sets of these for some boxed computers that I have, but I don't have the manuals with them. So the ever popular going ahead with basic, your color computer 2, and
the operations manual. Yes.
So we know where the start button's
Plug
at.
into wall, press power switch, connect to
and
TV.
another getting started.
And that's the second edition full-size version by the looks of it of the color-based one.
Yes. Yep. So there's that one.
I already lost count.
You already lost count.
Paul Shoemaker is out there. Hello, Paul Shoemaker. I'm pretty
Well,
sure we sent
five
Paul
books
the.
so far.
$5 so far.
Are we counting?
What happened to the
books.
computers
Are
that those
we
books
counting?
used to be with?
Well, this is a Radio Shack book. I only picked this up simply because I've started working on getting my ham license. There's been a lot of ham talk, and it's been on my to-do list for many years. But this caught my eye. It was $5, so it's just from 5 watts to 1,000 watts. But it's more of a ham radio. But it is a Radio Shack made book there. So it kind of talks about
Citizens Band to ham.
Yep, transmitters and things like that and stuff. So that's that one.
Hence the
And this
name.
one here, all the way from Australia, Mr. Nick.
Oh,
Crikey. It only took 3 weeks this time. The last book I ordered from Australia took almost 8
Well,
weeks.
imagine
to get
how
here.
many kangaroos had to relay that thing to. This poor thing's retired.
Just
Here
a
we are.
back up wallabies
for that matter.
So the first book here is the Big Fat Book of Computer Games.
Wow.
Well, first of all, it can't be from Australia because I can read it. It's right side up.
There you go.
There.
Oh,
we go.
now it looks authentic.
So, yeah, this is it's a book here. I think it just has a bunch of different computer games in it. It kind of caught my eye. I like the front cover of that one.
I'm trying to recognize the author's name. It sounds familiar to me, and I can't remember why.
Tim, is it
Hartnell?
Hartnell.
Hartnell?
Isn't that the
Hartnell.
author of the adventure book you got, Stevie?
Let's see. It's not too far away.
Actually, I'm
Welcome to
thinking
the
maybe
CoCoTALK
Sinclair
Book
stuff.
Club.
It is. It absolutely is. Yep. Yeah, my adventure game book is Tim Hartnell as well. N-E-double-L, right? Yep. Tim Hartnell. Yep.
Okay.
Cool. That's why it sounded familiar.
Pilot wants to know if it came in a pouch.
It came in a pouch. Well,
And by the way,
I guess
who
sort
is-
of. I
who
guess
is
sort
Pilot?
of. It kind of came in a pouch there.
Pilot is on our Twitch chat.
Yeah,
Sorry,
but who is that? Is that somebody we know as another name, or is this?
I don't know. I just like this question.
Pilot. Did it come in a pouch? Yeah, it came in a brown paper bag. Oh, Tim Franklin. All right. Hey, Tim.
Oh, yeah. Someone in chat says the X81 books. That's where I remember the name from.
Oh, X81. Okay. And then another book here, also by Tim Hartnell, is the Tim Hartnell's Giant Book of Computer Games.
Oh, wow.
So another.
So he's got
we
a,
had the,
a big fat book
book
and a giant book.
And a giant book.
What are we implying here? That this guy has
What
got
are we
lots of computer games for us, huh?
Have you got the huge book too, or?
No, but I do have Tim Hartnell's. This is the last one here. Tim Hartnell's second giant book of computer games.
Well, you couldn't think of another synonym? Come on.
Yes.
Well, I am waiting for the keto-friendly Tim Hartnell's reduced calorie book of computer games.
Low carb.
Frodo mentioned in chat that
Gluten-free.
Hartnell wrote a bunch of ZX81 books.
Okay.
And then another item here over my left shoulder here, so I can listen to some FM radio here on my Radio Shack radio. There is I've seen these kind of pop up from time to time, and I decide
cool.
what the heck.
How much did that cost, by the way?
I think this was $35.
I have something to say about that.
I've never.
With rising it was like 1.2 million.
It's a real bargain.
Yeah.
Yeah, a real bargain. These things seem to pop up anywhere from the 30s all the way. Some of them go up into the 80s and $90. I think it depends if it's in the box or not. This one was boxless.
Wow, that's cool.
But it was just kind of neat. I don't know.
Strictly AM radio, I presume?
AM. Let's see here. It is
AM.
strictly AM.
It comes in your choice of AM.
AM. Yes, it does.
Yeah, so you can only use it in the morning.
I can only use it in the morning. Exactly. Exactly.
Comes in Radio Shack Red.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I did, if I could just, I did want to ask from last week there, when I showed Nick's book, their Cocoa Nuts. I was I think he had to leave a little bit early on the show though, but I did want to ask though, if Nick had any memories from doing that book, if there's any interesting stories as he was putting that book together that he wouldn't mind sharing with us.
And hold it up again for those who didn't see it, because I had never seen the physical copy before.
Hold on a second here.
I have a physical copy autographed.
Ooh.
And then several people that were in the book autographed their section of the book that were at the show.
Neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cocoa Nuts.
So I made that book up and took it to PenFest 2000. It was part of my attempt to raise money to cover my airfare because I knew they weren't going to pay. They weren't going to pay me to send me. No, they were going to pay to send me back.
Oh, okay.
Get rid of him.
It was a one-way ticket, huh?
Yeah, one way.
Yeah, I needed the other half of the ticket.
Unfortunately, did the wrong way, but go ahead.
So that's what I made why I made and sold that book at the time. So it was my way of prior to that fest. I'd never been to a Cocoa Fest and never met any of these rock stars of the cocoa world. So I thought, well, let's see if we can find them on the internet, interview them, and write a book. So that's what the Cocoa Nuts book was all about. But the only other weird story or weird interview I ever did in that book, is there Greg Zumwalt in that in the contents? I can't remember what
there is.
Yes,
there is now. I think that's the good one. The original Greg Zumwalt that I contacted back then, I remember it was some guy who was, saying he was Greg Zumwalt, and I asked him questions, and it was really weird because the answers I knew the answers to some of the questions, yet he was giving different answers, and he was saying some weird things, and I thought, is this really Greg Zumwalt?
Right.
So I didn't print that one, and I must have found the real Greg Zumwalt later on.
So you were being catfished.
Yeah, I was, probably being catfished because it was really weird. So obviously that didn't get printed, but that was the story of that book.
Yeah, because you didn't have like Skype and webcams and things like that. So this was all done in the
Real Greg Zumwalt, please stand up.
All right.
Yeah.
Did he say his favorite game that he did was Predator?
I can't remember that far back.
Because I think we had a fake one too, I think, now that you mention it.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
No way that could be your favorite game that you wrote.
I will say, when I was doing research for the Coco Games page too, I also contacted that other Greg Zumwalt because he was claiming he was hiding from the law and he was, in spy stuff and all kinds of crap going on. So.
Yeah. So I didn't print that one obviously, but some of the answers just didn't make sense.
Yeah, I had the same experience when I was trying to get some stuff done with him too.
That was a very good book. I've enjoyed. I haven't read it completely yet though, but I've enjoyed reading it so far. So it's a nice contribution. So very good.
Yeah.
Now, Nick, do you have any plans to publish that again for people that weren't around PenFest 2000?
Not
or even
really.
Release the electronic version or something?
I do have the electronic. I have given the electronic one out to a few people who really wanted it, so I do that for free. No plans to print it out. I made that one all up by hand. I remember I was at work and I actually used the work printers and everything there. So I kept my costs right down in producing that.
Pass the savings on to you.
That's right.
Wow, I needed that return ticket, didn't I?
Yeah. Kept the cost down to someone
else. You
else.
stole a stapler too, didn't you?
Yes, I
wondering.
I did. Yeah.
I was just wondering if you wanted to upload it to the archive or something so other people, because it is a fairly rare book, unless you were at PenFest.
Well, yeah, I might do that. I'll have to dig it up and okay, See if I can find it.
What's that one service where you can have books printed on demand,
Yeah, like Lulu or something like that. Yeah.
That's what Bruce used.
Yeah, that's an idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lulu.
That's right, Lulu.
You can pay for us to send you home again.
There you go.
I could even
pay
do
him
a
to stay home.
Yeah, we could just pay you to not leave.
Well, that's right. The new second edition includes David Ladd interview.
Yeah.
There you go.
14 volume
there's an entire
about floppy drives.
There's an entire paragraph on Diet Dr. Pepper.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's an extra 100 pages.
We can start a GoFundMe to put a wall around Nick Marenti so he can't leave Australia. So there.
Fuck off.
Buck off.
It's going to be a wall guarded by killer wallabies.
Yes. That's cool.
Anyway.
That's a slice of history, though. These little
Yeah.
things like this. Yeah, that is neat. Brian, if you ever see those again, I wouldn't mind having a physical copy if you happen to come across those.
Where did you find that?
Shoot me a DM.
There's a gentleman I've been in contact with here. I'll just leave it at that. I'm going to be doing some other stuff. So I just don't know if he wants me to say his name at this time. So, but there's a gentleman I've been working with on acquiring some books that he has. So, but
Fair enough.
yes.
You found it from an individual. I didn't know if it
An
was
individual.
out on
Yep.
eBay somewhere.
No,
or
this was
something.
an individual. This was not an eBay find. No.
Okay.
So, yep.
That's all I wanted to know.
Yep.
I
No
want
worries.
one of those radios. How common are they?
They're fairly common out there. If you do a search under Radio Shack, they're out there.
Okay. Yeah, I'd love to get one of those.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, that was one. Are you? Do you have more to show, Brian Wieseler?
Oh, I have some other things I could show, but I usually kind of ration it out here a little bit. I don't want to take
think that was more than a
everybody's
dozen.
time.
Okay. All right.
But I'll,
You
no,
don't
I
want to
can-
make us too jealous. That's what you're
too jealous, yeah. So no, I can wait on some other stuff there. So but,
Okay.
yep.
Who else had an update? Rick Ulland, did you mention?
Yeah, I've been. You might remember a while back I was talking about teaching myself KiCad and so on, and Mark Overholzer actually mentioned that Apple had a really cool gizmo that manages the TCP/IP stack all by itself, and it seemed like a really good fit for the Coco. So I've been playing with that. And let's see, can I just? You cannot share screen. Can I throw my screen up?
Go
and
ahead.
give you?
Try it again.
Okay, let's see. We are moving forward, and I'll go to my little. So I'd already been working on the Fast 232 as teaching myself KiCad, and he mentioned the WizNet 5100 might fit, and it does make a cute ROM pack, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So here's the prototype, and it took so long to get these printed. Big drama over the WizNet and availability and so forth, that I designed a case while I was at it. So I actually got in my my design thing, got it in, and here's an action shot. The chip covers so much of the Ethernet protocol that with no driver or nothing, you just power it up, and we've got a physical link, and oh, the thing won't even play. And we've got activity lights going. So
wow,
pretty confident the chip is actually running.
Okay.
So will this allow us to have networked games?
Well, yeah, native network access. Now, there's a problem with security. You ain't going to be doing no SSL on a CoCo unless we can find some way to offload the load. But, you know, like a darknet connection between CoCos on the internet and stuff would be possible. I want a standalone network solution, and this is what I'm going for here. Of course, it doesn't work. So I've got two prototypes where I blew off all of the serial port chips, because this has the 550 and the WizNet. So I took off all the serial port chips on one and all of the network chips on the other one, and we're getting there. I had to draw my own CoCo footprint for the edge card connector, and of course I screwed it up. So as you can see, the bottom was neither tin nor desolder masked.
Okay.
So I whipped out my yeah. So I whipped out my favorite electronics tool, the belt sander, and removed the solder mask and tin plated the things and stuck it in my little case, which needs no fasteners. I like the 3D printing is really nice that way. And there's my thing. Had to do a few bodges. The chip's way too fast for the Coco bus, so we had to delay. I had to throw the Q clock in to delay the chip select, and that still may not be enough. I may still have to futz with it some more. But the real problem was the serial port, which is a design that I made 25 years ago, and I still screwed it up. So let's see. Yeah, this was quite a painful bodge to make, because there's the physical actual chip, and there's the wire connection I had to do.
Wow. That's like trying to splice hair.
Yeah, pretty much. Or solder Curtis's hair.
Yeah, I do it in large clumps, so it's a lot easier on mine.
No, individual hairs. It's a lot.
We used to call that fly wire.
Yeah, wow.
Exactly. So that's where we're at. It's sort of working. There's something funky. I don't think it's happy where it's sitting on the bus right now in terms of timing, but this is going to be fixable. Mark has generously thrown himself into the vat of whatever this is to try to make DriveWire go.
Okay.
So this is an Ethernet and a serial card in one.
Yeah, the idea was I'd done the Fast 232 years ago, and I have a existing driver binary for that. So I figured, okay, that will prove the majority of the design if the serial port works. And then I just threw the thing's the size of a postage stamp compared to the original Fast 232, which filled the entire thing up. So while you're at it, let's take our prototype money and throw this extra board in. And it's pretty much working. So that's what I've been going on for the last couple of months when I had nothing to update. It's because I've been beating my head against this particular brick wall. And
now, a quick question for you. You mentioned that 5100 does not support SSL, correct? Or SSH or anything?
It does no encryption on its own. You have to do that yourself.
Is there an auxiliary chip or a different version of that chip that does support that? Since
I am searching for something like that now, because that would really, then you could, then you could make a web browser of some sort, links or something. But without SSL, all you could do is like darknet CoCo connections on the internet. But still, it's a standalone network solution. If we can get it working, that CoCo with nothing else can just kind of hook up to your AT&T wireless and do its thing.
Add a real-time clock, and it'll be perfect.
I've still got 4 bytes IO left, so.
Now, David Ladd asked on the chat there, he said, what about the WizNet 6100? I don't know what exactly the difference is with that chip. But
that mainly gives you IPv6, which doesn't seem to be going anywhere. It's not mandatory. You got vendor subnetting and so forth to cover that need.
Okay, so it has nothing to do with secure connections.
It won't help us in any meaningful way. It adds features that the CoCo, you can have 8 sockets instead of 4. If the CoCo can handle 4 sockets at once, I would love it. Yeah. that would be pushing. So yeah, I don't know that, but they're all kind of compatible. So anything that we made for the 5100 would be directly applicable to the 6100 in a future update. But for right now, I'm just trying to get the wired Ethernet going, and then put a Wi-Fi module on top of that. And
cool.
There's still room right about here for a clock.
I was only kidding, but anyway.
Well, everything's got to have the potential for a clock.
Yeah.
Actually get it in. And yeah, I'd like to play with a GAL chip instead of using all these discrete ICs to, this is a design straight out of the 90s, ANDs and NANDs and inverters. Anyway, let's see. I need to get back to, I don't know how to unshare myself.
I can do that.
Okay, yeah, my screen goes away.
Okay,
perfect. Well, anyway, that's been what I've been working on for the last December.
Very cool. Thanks for sharing.
Looking forward to
that. Who else has an update or acquisition or story to share? Anything? Anyone? Sloopy Malibu, everybody, has something to share.
Greetings. you want the updates or acquisitions first?
Listen, give me the bad news, and then the bad news.
Okay. Well, first my acquisitions. I got a package. Now we all sit here and watch Brian every week with his few acquisitions every week, and I'm sure there's always one that gets away from him, and this is one of them.
Dun dun dun.
It's a box of
Six.
chocolates.
Oh, Lance A.
Leventhal.
Leventhal. Okay.
Yes.
I probably already has
Leventhal
it.
book. And I got this for $8 shipped.
Wow. Nice.
That's a lot better shape than mine. Mine's falling apart.
Yeah.
Good price.
Yeah, it's not that great. I mean, it's.
You want me to
It's
get
got a
mine?
little-
I'd have to bring it out in chunks, but
Yeah.
Anyone got the 6309 version?
Then I got this, but it's nothing special. It's just a bunch of heat shrink tubing.
Yeah, it's been done.
Yeah, that's old. It's so old that there's some people that have over 600 feet of it. Not going to name names or
Oh,
anything.
not anymore.
Yeah. All right. My
Not
other
bad news.
acquisition. I made a nice, beautiful unboxing video of it, and there was an issue, and there's no sound on it, so I won't be able to do that.
Unless you just
If
want to
ev-
narrate it yourself.
If everyone wants to see it, I can show it next week and put either narrate it or put some audio on it.
yeah, you can narrate it live right now if you wanted to.
Well, I'm not ready to do that.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
Because, well, I'll explain it shortly.
Okay.
But my other acquisition is I got a nice Coco 2 with disk drive.
Coco 2 now with disk drive.
It looks like it's split open.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll get to that shortly.
Okay, that's a
And
502
disk drive.
controller.
Yep,
Hmm,
I got a 502 controller, a 501 disk drive, and a Coco 2, the 64K. It's the 2A version if you look at the schematics, which just basically means it has a single ROM in it. Now, this leads into the other thing and why it's cracked open slightly. As I've been doing updates for the for my internal drive wire board, I wanted this specific version because I can also put it in this one too. And let me change my camera.
You're getting fancy here, Sloopy. Look at that. He just switched cameras, everybody. How did you do that? How is that even possible?
So,
the toggle switch of some kind.
Oh. All right, so it turns on, and it's a little blurry to see, but I do see an OK prompt and a something.
Isn't there a little? Oh, there's a little extra
disk
code
extended
there.
Basic.
Okay.
Now, notice there's nothing plugged into it. Nothing plugged in.
You can just kind of see your
Nothing
there
up
you
my
go.
sleeve. Yeah, we can see the back of your head.
Nothing on the back of your head.
Nothing on the back of your head there, Sloopy. Yeah.
Oh, a little fringe at the bottom.
Yeah.
No cartridge plugged
No
in.
cartridge plugged in. Nothing up your sleeve.
Nothing. No cables plugged into the back except for video
I like the way that
Presto.
opens.
and power. And you can see. Here, let me see if I can.
Yeah, we can't really read the screen.
So
So.
you can see it a little bit better.
Yeah, if you dim the monitor brightness down, we should be able to read it.
Deck B and HDB.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Okay, that's better now. We can't read any.
Yeah,
of it.
yeah. This is this is an extra. This is an exercise. And do I need new glasses?
Okay, now Stevie, better one, better two.
Turn all the room lights on. Yeah.
Okay, now it's okay. It's back to how it was before. So that's a step in the right direction.
I can see the half of the screen when the menu is over.
Yeah, if you turn down some of the brightness, that might help out a little bit. Or something.
Okay, it's a
I
little
think
bit-
that's what we
a
do
little
every
bit-
week on this show, isn't it? We turn down the brightness.
A little bit. It's a little bit better. It's not great.
little
but-
better.
and it is what it is.
Well, if you step back and squint, it looks okay.
Yeah, yeah. So just move
But you
on
see
to
his-
what you're gonna do.
I see
Can
a
it
dolphin.
Yeah, you can at least somewhat see it.
Yeah, I see.
Just relax your eyes.
HDB DOS
That never
something
worked.
something.
Yes.
Lives.
HDB DOS version 1.5
Okay.
for the Coco 2.
Okay. DIOP dip dir. Is that a dir or dip? Okay. IO error.
1 second.
Okay.
We have to run drive wire on the PC.
Drive wire. TTL.
Yeah.
TTL. ESP. RS232.
And we have that loaded.
And drink.
ESP 8106-01.
What is the Andron on it?
Hey, we are connecting. And then
Without a cable?
There's no cable on this thing.
Wizardry is this?
Wait a second. So you're saying this is drive wire without the wire?
Yeah.
So it's
This
drive.
is drive wireless.
Drive wireless.
Yeah, I don't know. And how do you
Okay.
format the text? Where's the capital letters?
All right.
go
So
in
this
drive
one now
wireless?
it's actually legible. Now that we're in the
Yes.
artifact mode. Okay. So you you turned on the Coco without a cartridge. You booted up into HDB DOS with your internal mod, and now you've connected to drive wire without any wires. So inquiring minds want to know, how is that even possible?
all right.
Up my
That's what
sleeve.
leads us
Drive
to,
Wi-Fi.
that's what leads us to the where it's disconnected. Since obviously my head is blocking it, let me move stuff around slightly. Real quick.
Drive wireless.